keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
Knock it off. Get back. Number 3, step forward.
In a creative and artistic job such as filmmaking, you cannot always attain perfection, but there is also the part where the beauty in perfection manifests itself. Let's check out some imperfect moments in filmmaking. First, let's talk about Friends. In Friends, the scene where Ross brings Ben to stay with Rachel. Ross and the crew had planned to prank Rachel, and this wasn't part of the written story, but had to be included because it was a perfect fit.
Yo, you guys, I'm serious. You gotta stop this.
In another scene where Joey was excited to show his outfit to the characters, Chandler missed his lines, and when he realized, he quickly tried to correct himself while still in character.
What? Blue blazer back. He wants it back.
At the wedding scene where Ross was supposed to marry Emily, Ross and Emily take their wedding vows, which led to a blooper that changes the storyline. Mentioning Rachel's name wasn't part of the plan, but it scooped the right reaction and also helped create another channel to the story.
I, Ross, take thee, Emily. Take thee, Rachel.
In the scene succeeding the wedding blooper where Emily calls Ross, Ross mistakenly picks up the flower vase prop and gives it to Chandler, which was another unplanned moment.
Emily? Emma? Oh my God! Oh my God! It's Emily! It's Emily! Everyone, shh!
In the same scene, to kill the quiet reaction in the conversation scene, Ross decides to improvise by whispering to his friends. Their unanimous reaction was no more than a coincidence.
Well, at least I think I do.
She's talking.
Seeing through these improvs could have been fun, but nothing will prepare you for the bloopers in The Usual Suspects. In the lineup scene in The Usual Suspect, the suspects were made to recite the same phrase, and one of the actors did it in a hilarious way, which made all the actors laugh almost throughout the scene.
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
Knock it off. Get back. Number 3, step forward.
In The Hangover, the scene involving Mike Tyson, Mike decided to improvise with the music scene. All the singing and dancing were bloopers, and that wasn't initially planned. In Avengers, the scene where Tony Stark eventually figured out the time travel machine preceded one of the smoothest bloopers in a film. Tony had to walk his daughter back to the room and put her to sleep in that scene. Tony's daughter went ahead to improvise a line that shocked him.
I love you 3,000.
Tony went ahead to improvise in the next scene with the same lines.
Competition, but she loves me 3,000.
Oh, does she now?
You were somewhere in the low 600 to 900.
The same line was also used in his final message in the story.
I love you 3,000.
In Avengers Endgame, the scene where Tony Stark met his dad, Tony mistakenly hit his leg on one of the props.
Dr. Zola, have you seen him?
Yeah, Dr. Soul. No, haven't seen a soul. Pardon me.
Another unplanned situation happened after a conversion in that scene where Tony forgot the suitcase.
Need your briefcase? You're not one of those.
Another scene where Robert Downey was forgetful was when he didn't give back the flowers to Howard, and to cover up the scene, both Howard and Tony had to improvise new lines.
Good to meet you, Potts.
Yeah. Howard. Everything's gonna be all right.
In House of Dragon, the scene where Viserys was climbing the Iron Throne, the crown falling off, wasn't planned. Matt Smith improvised by picking up the crown to move without breaking character. This scene went on to look nothing like a blooper. In Birds of Prey, in the police station scene that involved a fight sequence, Margot Robbie had some personal improvs in her lines.
Like a baby. Run, piggy, run!
Margot Robbie was doing fantastic with the sequence until the second part, which happened unconsciously. In the stunt, there was a real contact between Margot's shoes and the stunt double's leg. This was hurtful, but unintended, but the sequence was too good to cut. In Captain America: Winter Soldier, after a well-rehearsed fight between Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan, Chris Evans still made a little error by hitting Stan's face with the shield. This gets more interesting as we see some bloopers that might have cost the movie production about thousands of dollars. Blade Trinity was one of the major Hollywood hits from the early 2000s, but what we didn't know was that while filming, the production had to sacrifice some expensive cameras. Jessica Biel had done so many rehearsals that she kept on hitting the bullseye with the arrow and broke the camera.
And ended up destroying about a $300,000 camera. We ended up destroying quite a few cameras over the course of the film.
The Big Bang Theory had more bloopers to offer, with actors messing up and improving their lines. Sheldon muffled his lines in Big Bang Theory and had to retake it.
The Physics Bowl team. No. Where do you want me to go from? I'm sorry, is the winner of the Physics Bowl the team that has the most...
This also happened in another scene when Sheldon and Penny were having a conversation.
28-day cycle. How are you regular? Oh.
In another scene, Penny got stuck with the cabinet.
Just the latest copy of the...
I'm so sorry. I couldn't get the key out.
In another scene, Sheldon uses an inappropriate word that makes Leonard laugh and fall out of character.
Eaten alive. Howard, go after Sheldon.
The same blooper happened with Leonard in another scene that made Penny laugh.
Dating, is that still going on?
Pretty much. Why?
Nothing, just catching up. By the way, may I speak to Penny, please?
I'm Penny.
At the hospital scene, Leonard does the same blooper, but this time includes an apology in his line.
In a cross, put a prince. See, it's Papa. Sorry, kids.
In the scene where Raj was talking and wanted to use the food ingredients to buttress his points, he unintentionally trips one.
Infantry divisions, plus Superman and Godzilla.
Raj also had difficulty pronouncing the word unanimity based on language barrier.
We can't know that for sure until we vote.
You gave the Indian guy unanimity.
Penny also forgot her cues and line in the restaurant scene.
Monkeys, because he was different. For some reason, I related to it quite strongly.
Is that me?
The same thing happened to Sheldon in another scene. He had no choice than to make funny faces.
Oops, I did it again?
Penny also had to ask for her lines in a conversation going on between her and Sheldon.
Do that. If you make a mark in a mint comic book, it's no longer mint.
What's my line?
Up next, we dive into a blooper so good it almost took the actor's life. In First Strike, Jackie Chan gets chased while snowboarding. Jackie Chan, known for doing his own stunts, was believed to have jumped at the helicopter with the blades almost hitting him. In the arrival scene in Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman and Letitia Wright already had a synchronizing relationship before the principal photography. Letitia forgot her lines and made an offensive gesture instead. This blooper went smoothly because T'Challa's reaction became a cue for the Queen Mother's line.
You make to your ceremonial outfit. Sorry.
Sorry, mother.
In the casino scene, the fight sequence went rather faster than the director presumed. As a result of this, some little changes couldn't be made while the sequence happened. This was why Nakia had no choice but to improvise using her shoes in the sequence. In Harry Potter, the scene where the Golden Trio visits Luna, after an awkward silence, they coincidentally drank from their cups. Did you enjoy watching that? Then check out the moments when Robert Downey Jr. totally goes off script.